my plan was not to have children before I was 30. So I had a plan. People just ask you, like, them just want own your ovaries. Like, you must breed because you're a woman and
you have to just breed.
You have to just breed. Mm-hmm. Like, who you go breed for though? Like, you don't really see no suit around you. Who you go breed for?
Right. Hey everyone, I'm Dania Beckford. Bold, sometimes brash. And since I'm the CEO of Broadtail Design, I consider myself Broadtail Beautiful. It's time we make the conversations we have as women open, honest, and authentic as we navigate living our best lives. Join me as I have intimate conversations with women of all sizes, shapes, and confidence levels as we explore being Broadtail. Hi, my Broadtails. Welcome to another episode of Being Broadtail. This week, we're with a woman of fire. She's a walking contradiction, enigmatic, unapologetic country bumpkin, focused on mothering a 14-year-old son that's apparently raising her. A truth speaker and heart healer, transformation coach, and founder of Mpowered Interactions. You know how we do. We start off the weekend with authentic conversations and strong spirits. So help me welcome our guest, Miss Donaree Muirhead. Hey. Why is this so?
I don't know.
How are you, Donaree?
I'm good. Like, good.
Like, good. I like that. Mm-hmm. You and I have had many conversations.
Holy.
But yeah, man, and some of them can't really dip on camera, but we're going to bring some of it onto the camera. But we have to start off with a very strong spirit because I know as a heart healer, you're going to be talking up the things then.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to be walking with Johnny Walker.
All right.
No
running, just walking?
No, we're walking.
Okay.
Take your time now.
All right.
We're not heels today. We can't run today. We're walk. On the rock.
All right.
All right. So here you go.
Thank you.
That's smoothness all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Donaree.
Yes, ma'am.
Me and you come from one place. Well, we family come from one place called Garlands.
Yes.
And I know that my viewers probably don't know where that is because if you think about the highest mountain in St. James, it's higher than that.
Yep.
So it's way up far, which is why you're unapologetic country bumpkin. And our fathers were friends in high school.
And we never know.
You and I ended up working together in youth development enough years ago.
Yep.
You as an empowerment officer, me as PR, and we just kind of found that kindred spirit. And so this bold woman that's looking fully like a female is not exactly how you were. So take us back to the early days in Garlands. What was Donaree doing?
All right. So Garlands is the place where my father is from. And so I would go to Garlands on holidays or any weekend. Just spontaneously, my mother would send me to my grandparents. And so Garlands, quaint and quiet, cool country.
Very cool. One bus where I got mobile at the time.
Yes.
And you have to catch if you go 4 o'clock. And if you not catch if you come back, you have to turn a mobile.
And the good thing about it is that that bus was owned by my uncle. And so, the family is known to provide transportation for the space. And so, yes, it's so true. So even when I spend the weekend with my grandparents up in Garland, Monday morning, I'd have to wake up extra early and be at the outer door to get that first bus to go down to my mother's house where I reside in a small space called Summer Hill. Still country, still Bush Mountain top. Even at 7 o'clock, you can't see outside because the fog is so thick. But that is where my heart is. That is where my spirit found fire. The general space is known as Maroon Town. And so when you say firewoman, it really is. Because even though the skin color doesn't say maroon, the skin color is sometimes what creates the contradiction with people. Because when they look at me, I don't normally sound like how I look.
Yes.
Don't it?
Yes.
Even though I'm a little bit polished today to begin with.
Lose it.
Johnny Walker soon start walk, so you never know. But that is where I'm from. When I have no apologies about it. I love this space whenever because I've been in Kingston since 2013, full time. But whenever I'm at my lowest, we just go home. We just go home.
How have you had for go?
Yes, how we have place to go. We come from somewhere and everybody come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I take off my shoes and I ground myself on that maroon soil. And that is where I find peace.
Yeah.
And so even though I'm in a Kingston, my heart is up in the Bush Mountain top.
All right, so let's talk about young Donaree, because as I said in my introduction, this whole girly getup that we got going on, looking really nice like a rich auntie.
Yes.
Yes. But that's not how you were. When I met you, you used to love dressing like a boy. Why were you doing that?
So truth be told, I grew up tomboyish. I was always running with the boys. Me always get a whole heap of lick for that though. Like mommy beat me every day because stay home, you're a girl. You need to stay inside. But that is not who I am. I am the climbing tree, the thieving the people them donkey, massless a poor donkey. Just a ride it, just a swim.
You can't live a donkey. Why you
No,
donkey
because
though?
if you can ride a donkey like six of you, I mean, it's country there, why not do it?
Oh, okay. I was not part of that clip.
No, Dania, you weren't.
No.
Will never be.
Mm-mm.
But the freedom of just being you and not being tied to the stereotype of what girls should be.
Mm.
And
Tell me
so,
what you mean by that.
stay in a house, play with Dolly. My mother never buy me no Dolly.
Was it because you never liked Dolly?
She just always says she don't walk through the house and see nobody open them eye at night time and everybody else asleep because Dolly's eyes don't close.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Because Dolly might be ghost.
Yes.
Yeah, she don't want to see no night time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I never got a doll. And but I got trucks.
Okay.
And I play cricket. And I play gig. And everything that boys do, I do.
So how did that filter into you being confident or not while you were growing up? Because I remember, as you rightfully said, I was not a part of your donkey climbing clique. And I was like, why is she doing that? Like, what is she? What's happening with her? Was that a front for you? Did you really want to be a girl or act more like a girl? Why were you doing that?
I don't know if for me act like a girl versus not acting like a girl. What is that though?
By society's standards.
Like, what is that? So for me is what I'm comfortable doing. Yes, me get dressed. I got the most gorgeous dresses. Mommy spend money on clothes. That's what she believed in. Not that the whole pair of clothes, but your children should look good, should look presentable. And so yes, I wear dresses to church. But during the week on Saturdays, I'll always try to find a shorts. Not a girl shorts, but a shorts, just a shorts.
Loose.
Because you need to climb tree, you need to play football, and the skirt just don't fit into that.
Let's talk about when we started to grow breasts. So mine's still small, and you're still broad tail, and you never like it at all. Tell me about that process when you actually went through puberty and, well, you couldn't really deny the fact that you had all the assets of a girly girl, even though you were climbing these trees and thieving these donkeys.
That was the hardest part because that is when I recognized, looking back now, that's when my mother was most stern on me because you're looking, your body shaping out differently now. And so for me, I hated starting to have breast. And so me used to tape it down. Mommy don't know that I used to do that. So I used to tape it down because, it's so uncomfortable. You're walking and that's the first thing people are seeing. And so me tape it down. And so me just tape it down.
You just kept taping
because
it down.
Because then I still want to play with the boys. And if you are going through puberty and your body is changing, they are now going to look at you differently. And I never wanted them to look at me differently. So I would purposefully not want to wear tight clothes that's going to show how my body is shaping. And so the big t-shirt and the big shorts or the jeans pants. Not my jeans pants, them. My cousin's jeans pants.
Right.
To provide a kind of safety net. The truth is, at that time, I was not conscious about it. It's now in adulthood I realized that I was protecting myself the best way I know how. Things happen in that space, not to me, but I would hear horror stories of what would happen to girls. The school is across from where I live, the high school. And when there is a fun day or a sports day, you would hear things the next morning of what would happen to girls. And so for me, my protective space, I think it was just not consciously doing it. But that is how I think, shape the boys to see me as one of them and not to see me as a sex symbol or an object for their affection.
In protecting yourself inadvertently, I remember working with you in youth development, and you were always very aggressive in protecting the girls, ensuring that they feel safe at the Youth Information Center. And you made a special effort towards that. How did you get into that space?
All right, so as always active, I'm always leading the charge in the community. So as always active in police, youth club, or just the community youth club, leading them, forming them, organizing them, getting people to come in and speak and share information. So even before I left high school, I was very active in student leadership. I was very active in every occasion that came up for me to speak. I was always put forward either by my peers or by teachers. And so they saw something in me that maybe I didn't see initially in myself. But, once you go into the space and you're becoming empowered, there's nothing else that you can do but to take up the charge. Because if people around you identify you as the leader, why would you not want to serve them if they're asking for you to serve them?
Right.
So initially, it was in high school, and then after leaving high school, you had to do something in the space. I'd see a number of girls that I grew up with getting pregnant. At one point in time, people used to laugh at me and say, "I can't breathe," because everybody else was having children, and I never had mine until I was almost 28.
Right.
So
how did that make you feel?
Initially, me never feel no way. But then when I became like 25, 26, my plan was not to have children before I was 30. So I had a plan. People just ask you, like, them just want own your ovaries. Like, you must breed because you're a woman and you have to just breed. Mm-hmm. Like, who you go breed for though? Like, you don't really see no suit around you. Who you go breed for?
Right.
And so I never looked within my space. What don't feel no way. I never looking at my space for.
Because you were running with those boys anyway, when you were younger.
Like, who them? I'm a brethren them. And I never ever had romantic feelings for any of the boys that I grew up with.
Right. But as your body blossomed, because as we mentioned before, you began to have all these assets that made men want to look at you. And I know that you've been protecting yourself ever since. But then what started to happen on the dating scene for you because of what your body looked like?
I never know some really sexy. Like, I never know some look so good. The first part, like, I just
what were you feeling in the first part? Why you never know some look so good?
I never know some look so good. Like, I just never know some look so good. I look good.
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, I say, girl, you look good. Like, you look real, real good.
What were you saying before you were saying that, though?
So because I never have big bottom like the ass, so I had wide hips. And then my breasts, and then sometimes I figure it out, and then I think I blocked it. I think because my mother never grew me up to look at my body as an asset, and I decided there. So I never wore body ride on them something. Even until now, I feel very not ready. Still not ready to expose myself.
For a short?
Yeah, for like a really, really short shorts.
Okay.
I always feel like I have to
one
be.
Of those.
The truth is, after a while I felt like I needed to be of a certain weight to wear a body rider. And so I always say, anytime I lose weight and get to look like that, I go buy a red heels and a short shorts, and that's what I'm gonna be wearing. But I never get to that weight there. So
okay. Are you wearing that now?
No.
Do you want to be wearing that?
No.
Where are you on this confidence journey with your body?
I don't think that I have to expose my skin to be confident. I feel like I can wrap myself in a sheet and walk out and go and look good same way.
I like that.
So it's not about the impy skimpy. It's about how I feel when I step out. And stepping out don't necessarily mean stepping out so that people can see you. Because sometimes I feel so damn good just driving in my car by myself and nobody now see me.
So your mindset changed from thinking that you had to wear something that was skimpy to be hot, because now you have an internal hot agwan.
Blazing.
You started Mpowered Interactions. Tell me about that. How did that come up?
Mpowered Interactions came in my head in 2012, 2013 when I was at my lowest.
What was happening?
I was going through depression.
Why were you depressed?
Girl. So 2012, 2013, after I resigned from the National Center for Youth Development, I had to leave because I felt trapped, I felt stifled, I felt as if I was losing myself. But you know in yourself when you need to transplant. And so me leave that space and me hit rock bottom. Like, I have no money, I have no work. I have no if you live. Everything I own all in my car. You know, them kind of something there. But I was still trying. And at that point in time, I formed and registered as a business, Mpowered Interactions and Professionals to go at the same time. Right. Same day, I go to a company's office. And Mpowered Interactions was for me because I believe that in all my interactions, it must be empowering. Either I empower you or you empower me, but energies going to change because energy just never stay one place. And so I must, if you're in my presence, I must exchange because me must be of a higher frequency because me not pick up on no low frequency. Me just not pick up on it. And so I maintain even when I was down and low, my mindset. So in the physical realm, I did broke and I had no money, but inside of me I was wealthy. My mindset was rich. And so I was challenging how my mind stay versus how the external world, I beat me bad. And so I created Mpowered Interactions. I know that when I speak, I heal people.
Right.
I know that when I speak, I gash fire. I know say when words come out of my mouth, is not me, I speak the words. I see myself as a vessel that is filled for pouring out.
And so how did you, with all of that you had going on with you, because you were always like that, how did you transform getting it from inside to out?
People just always call me if you come speak. So even though I never have a formal 9 to 5, every time I'm on my last cent, I say dollar, my last cent. I remember one morning I woke up and when I counted, I only have 30 of the little red coin them. That's all I have to my name. And then I got a call to go and do a speaking engagement. And I say, yes, I eat this. 2 things I was always sure of. Whenever I go to speak, me get food.
Right.
Like, me go get food.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
do that at you with too.
I'm going to get networking opportunities.
I go somewhere, I go get food to eat. So I go
I also know, sir, I must never look like what I'm going through. And so I always dress up and show up. And I also know that the morning when you wake up and you feel at your lowest is the morning when the biggest blessing going to come. And so I always push across that barrier that is saying, stay in your bed and wrap up. Because I know that once I go in my car, whether the gas light on or not, something big going to happen. Right. And it always happens.
Right.
And so when I speak, I get paid. And the more I speak, the more I get paid. The first time, I realized I get $45,000 for 15 minutes. I say, yes, I eat this.
You say your boss now?
My boss. So it's no longer a stipend of $5,000 or $10,000. Right. It was something that I signed and I get $45,000 for 15 minutes. And I'm saying that, yes, God, yeah, show me, say, all of my free talking, it was just a building block because you have to serve. And it is through serving that you realize that you're not serving, it's not for you, it's for who you're going in front of.
Right.
So I always tell myself, say, if it's even one person, it's not the crowd that is in front of me, it's just one person. I'm always pray. I'm say, God, whoever is to get this word, I hope that they're open to receive. And so that's it.
One thing I realize when I see some of the videos, and I've been in your presence when you're speaking, is that you also draw attention to what you look like. So at one point, you weren't into that at all, but you said, my body big, I'm a body broad, so don't worry about it. Say what you have to say to me. You use those types of analogies with your body. How did you get to that space of hiding it to fully embracing it?
Like, I don't know when it came to that. But I also know that people were looking at me. I also know that other women have insecurities. So if I can draw the attention to what I look like, it's not that I want you to look like me. It's that I want you to embrace and accept what you have. Love your body. It has brought you to this place. Like, it's not one ex-body that carry you here.
Right.
You get one new body. It's the same body. It might change shape. It might change color for some people. But it's the same body. It's the same vessel. And so you have to love it. Because if you don't love it, it can't carry to the next phase.
Right. I also remember that, well, you have a son, Joshua.
Yes.
I love him so much. And him really seemed like him I raised you. Because I remember when he was smaller, you said to me that, boy, sometimes you just couldn't bother. You just like drop him off to your mother, drop him off to your mother. But then both of you together have built this mother-son relationship that's so uncanny that he also taps into you when you're at your lowest. Tell me about that and what that does for your confidence.
Oh, Lord. So, like, when I was walking out, my mother, you look good.
And he just celebrated birthday too, like a big man.
Like a big man. So, Joshua came after my father passed. Not voluntary pass. Nobody never voluntary pass. But my father was murdered in 2005.
Right.
And I go and jump back a bit. I'd applied for Sam Sharp Teachers College. I got through. And it was at my father's memorial service that I got the call from NCYD offering me the job. And so it was either go Sam Sharp or start work at the NCYD. And I took up the job at NCYD on July, maybe the 7th. And 2 years after that, my son was born. Joshua forced me to love me in a way that, so the truth is, people get pregnant and their body change and them not love them body.
Right.
Like, he made me love my body more.
How did that happen?
Like, when
because
pregnant,
as you said, it's always the other way around for people.
When my pregnant was just so sexy. Like, I was at my sexiest. My breast him just too nice.
Just too nice.
Just too nice. My body does feel good. That was after the first trimester. Okay, the first one is where you feel like it's a demon inside of your body. But after that, then I was good. And then when I had baby, like after a year, my body, me get the supermodel body.
Supermodel.
Like, when I have no stretch mark, when I have no nothing, my breast I'm still firm. Everything when I hear about pregnancy and childbearing, yeah.
Mega lick out against the firm breast, More on that team, that's
so, yes. So, him did work for me.
Okay.
And even though I'm talking about the good things, there was a horrible patch because 6 weeks after I gave birth, 3 gunmen broke into the house for me. And they threatened to kill him if we never hand over money. So we got through postpartum and post-traumatic and everything, like literally got through it. So that year when everybody supposed to love them baby and everything, I got through turmoil. Just 2 years after your father was murdered, then this and everything was happening. So it was hard. It was tough. When him start talk though, was when I realized that this child was gifted. He could feel energy. And so I remember one morning he woke up and he said, Mommy, God said to tell her that everything is going to be okay.
It's like a picnic.
Like, what you mean? That God tell you, him say, Mommy, when I was sleeping, God said to tell you that everything is going to be okay. So you're sure?
Mind-blowing.
I say, yes, it's God. So that morning, for tea for that child is hot water, I throw in the sugar jar and shake it out and give him to drink.
Because he didn't have anything.
I never have nothing. But before that, he said, Mommy, God said to tell you that everything was going to be okay. I'm a ball. Like my ball.
Yeah, Joshua is something different because he even said to me that, Auntie Dania, you look the way you look and you speak the way you speak because you're supposed to empower people. I think he was like 7. I'm like, okay, Joshua, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that that's why you came into yourself after the whole depression and everything that you've gone through.
I had to live for him. Like, I know that I'm not just his mother. I know that he's not here just for me. I know that it's like I have a guardian responsibility to usher him into his greatness and into what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
A lot of times he will say things to me. So like him concerned about period poverty. Him concerned about...
I know, he's such a humanitarian.
Yes, him concerned about pensions.
At 14?
Yes, him concerned about maternity leave. I'm concerned about daycare for poor women who get pregnant. Where them going to leave them baby, mommy?
Yeah.
Like, if them don't have anywhere to leave them baby, how them going to go back to work? How them going to break the poverty cycle?
Definitely very much older than his age.
I mean, I know.
So, with all of that has happened, and with the blessing of Joshua, where are you on your confidence scale? 1 to 10?
9.5.
9.5?
Yes.
That high, but why you left out the 5? Let me say what
the 5 is because more firm up my leg and flatten my belly.
Okay. Okay, and that's fine because women, we have the things that we love and things that we want to work on our bodies, and that's fine because it's everything that makes us confident that we should go after. So if you want your belly look a flatter, girl, go on.
But me craven, I'm lazy for walk and exercise.
But I see you on Mountain Spring though.
That was like 3 months ago.
All right. Let me see how your 9.5 match up with the sleek confidence pose because you don't know a Misa pose, a Misa picture, and we're going to pose off, and it's sponsored by our friends over by Sleek. So let's see what you can do.
Then as all you always are setting me good in a picture.
Yeah, but me not set it this time because it's a competition. So let's go. So Donaree, you know you could not come to the broad tail set without getting gifts. By the way, you're going to go in your pose off, so that's why I get gift. I joke. Everybody gets a gift. And my viewers, everything that my guests get, you can get it too if you listen every week because I have gifts for you. This one is from Morgan's Creek.
Okay, I like them.
Yeah, I like them too.
I like them.
Because she make my skin nice and supple.
Yeah.
And you know, so when your skin feel good and look good, you are confident. And so here you go with your gift certificate from Morgan Street. You can go into the store, choose anything that you want, and just hand them the gift certificate, and it's paid for.
Already.
Tell them Broad Tail sent you.
Thank you, people.
Yes, and that's how we get into our moment with Morgan's Creek. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a moment with Morgan's Creek. And again, I'm here with the managing director of Morgan's Creek, Joni Dale Morgan. And this week, we're featuring the Pink Watermelon Body Splash. Now, guys, this smells so yummy. Everything in here is so yummy, and it's pink watermelon. Do you actually come up with a strategy to have everything kind of have a Caribbean flavor?
Well, what we do is we think about the different scents that persons like. So over the years, we've always listened to our customers. So based on what they ask us to bring, and then that's kind of how we choose the scents.
Okay.
So we depend a lot on our customers.
Yeah.
And pink watermelon, it just gives you that fresh scent. You know, we're getting into spring, so we just want to smell cool, like a cucumber. And we have cucumber.
Oh, you have cucumber too. For some of us, we don't really like heavy perfumes. Right. And so you just put on your body splash and you're good to go. Is this scent like that?
Right. So body splash is more cost effective than a perfume, but you smell just as great. Right. And you know, over the years, persons have gotten so used to like Bath and Body Works or Victoria's Secret body splash. Now you get used to Morgan's Creek body splash.
Exactly, because you're a lifestyle brand.
Right.
All right, guys. So that's our moments with Morgan's Creek. And this week we featured the Pink Watermelon Body Splash. You need to come and get it. Tell them where to get it, Joni.
So we're located at Shop 36 Sovereign Center in Ligoni.
All right. And you can also find them in Fontana. Okay. So now I heard your phone just make a little sound. I think you're getting a gift certificate from Blink Sky Jamaica. You see it? You see it?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Blink.
Okay.
Yes. Fling Sky Jamaica is an online gifting platform, and they have sent you a gift certificate from one of their merchants. It's Cannonball. So when you go to Cannonball, you just show them that gift certificate. It's contactless. They're just going to scan it on your phone, and you buy what you want, eat what you want, drink what you want. It's paid for. Tell them Broadtail sent you.
Yeah, me and Joshua going on a date again.
And of course, you could not come to the Broadtail set and not get a gift from us at Broadtail. Because me have to tell the people, them said Donaree was one of my first models.
Very first.
When we opened up 5 years ago, this lady who tell me she now wear no swimsuit, go check the IG page. So here you go. I couldn't pay you at that time because the business never had any money.
Okay.
Here you go. Now we flossing you, girl.
Thank you.
First top model.
Of course. Top magger. Thank you. All right, people. Look out. Coming to a beach near you.
I know, right? No, Donaree, one of the things I know you talk about when you speak to young people and to women is about visioning and affirmations.
Yes.
And we have our own affirmations here at Being Broadtail. And I'm going to give you my cards. You're going to choose one randomly. Don't look and read.
Okay.
And then we're going to read it and see what you come up with. It says, my walk is one of self-assurance, which makes others crave my presence.
Of course. Which is right.
When the Maroon walk through.
Of course.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And I want to
I'm going to get that for Carol?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get the whole deck.
Thank you.
Okay. Before you go, with all your gifts and all, you know you have to touch your ZZ plants. Because
we like money.
We love money.
We like money. Money like we.
Money like we so.
Yeah.
So come, let's touch our ZZ plants.
Good girl.
Good girl, ZZ.
Up and down.
Yeah. All right, touch you one.
My cousins say.
Yeah. All right, nobody don't know.
Manifestations also.
Okay. Donnery, I want to thank you so much for coming through and being authentic like you always are, telling us how it is on your journey of being Broadtail. And I want to thank my viewers and listeners for tuning in every week as we talk to another fabulous woman. And next week, we're talking to a trendsetter. So you have to ensure that you tune in as we see what's going on with her on her confidence journey as she tells us how it is in her world being Broadtail.
Sometimes the things that tear us apart are the ones that unite us and bring us closer together. Sometimes the darkest of night turns into a day so bright, leaving the scars and the pain, everything that we fear behind us. Let's keep on dreaming. Where there is love, let's find new meaning. Where there is hope, keep on believing. Keep holding on. So never give up through wind and storm. 'Cause after the rain, there'll be a calm. Sunshine of a new day, it won't be long. Keep holding on.
A message from Sajiko.